What's the difference between Siesta Key and Longboat Key? I get asked that question so many times, I thought I'd make a video to help clear it up. Okay, my name is Judy Mitchell and I'm with Premier Sotheby's International Realty located right here on Longboat Key. So Siesta Key and Longboat Key, both located right outside of beautiful Sarasota, both barrier islands with beautiful beaches and access to the Gulf of Mexico. But that's really where the similarities between these two keys stop. Okay, first of all, I have to start with the beach. Everybody comes here for our beaches. So let's first compare the beach in Siesta versus the beach at Longboat. Okay, Siesta Key Beach, here we go. It's easy to talk about the beach when you're talking about Siesta Key. Siesta Beach has been voted the best beach in the United States many times over. It's known for the warm Gulf waters, the low-key surf, and it's a really kind of a wide stretch of beach. If you measure it, say, from the dunes to the water, it can accommodate a lot of people with really enough space for everybody. What it's really famous for, though, and what one of my really favorite things is the beautiful powder white sand. This sand is awesome because it stays cool on your feet, and it's made from quartz, which makes it super special, but it's just light and powdery, and you'll just love it. Now, at Siesta Beach, there are lifeguards on duty year-round, so a lot of people love that safety feature. You can play volleyball, you can play tennis, there are picnic areas, a playground. There's a huge pavilion there, so you can take showers and change your clothes and all that good stuff. And there's one central parking lot. So it's very easy to get to, it's very easy to accommodate a lot of people, and it just makes going to the beach really pretty easy. Okay, now we're going to contrast that with what's happening on Longboat Key and the beaches there. Now, I will say the beach on Longboat Key is superb. It's a more narrow beach, if you will. But it also has the same beautiful turquoise waters, minimal surf. It's got beautiful sand, not quite as white and powdery as Siesta, but it really is incredibly just a luxurious beach. But I will say access to that beach is a little bit more complicated. There's not one big central parking lot that you can just drive up to, get your spot, and go to the beach. It's a little bit more complicated. If you're going to access the beach on Longboat Key, you've got to look for a public access point. And there are multiple of these access points throughout Longboat Key. Some can only accommodate a couple of cars with parking, and some could accommodate 25 or 30 cars. It just depends. So getting access to Longboat Key Beach a little bit more difficult. There are a lot of condo complexes that are located on, sort of beachfront on Longboat Key, but public access is a little bit more complicated, and the beach is really just a little bit more narrow, and it's just more chill. It's quiet as quiet can be. It's just less crowded, and you can really enjoy nature. Okay, next, let's talk about shopping and restaurants. Two of my very favorite things. Okay, in Siesta Key, the shopping and restaurant scene is really concentrated, I would say, in Siesta Key Village. There's tons of little shops and little restaurants, and they're all located in this one area. Not all of them, but many of them are located in this one area, and there are lots of choices for dining inside or outside, mainly casual dining spots, although there's a nice restaurant, a fancy restaurant sprinkled here and there. But if you're a bar hopper, this is your spot. You can just hang out in the village, take the free trolley, and don't have to worry about driving or parking, and just take the trolley home and you're all good and set to go. But if you're into hanging out in the village for the ice cream, there are a lot of choices. So it is really a fun place to go and to hang out. Now let's contrast that with Longboat Key. There really is no one destination in Longboat Key that has a high concentration of shopping and restaurants. The restaurants are kind of dotted throughout the key. You can't sort of walk from one restaurant to the other. You have to drive between all those restaurants. So bar hopping, not so much on Longboat Key. There are several boutiques, and there's some great shopping on Longboat, but it's really not a shopping destination. If you're into shopping, you really gotta go off the key and over to St. Armand Circle, where there are tons of restaurants, tons of shops, all kinds of things. That's sort of, more of Longboat's access to that kind of concentrated shopping and restaurant scene, but you have to go off of Longboat to do that. It's pretty close, but it's not actually on Longboat Key. Okay, next, let's talk about vacation and recreation. Okay, if you are really into like renting jet skis and going paddle boarding and maybe going parasailing or all those cool activities that you like to do on vacation, that is super easy to find in Siesta Key. Now on Longboat, I can think of one place that rents kayaks, and then of course there's Cannon's Marina where you can always rent a boat. But if you really want to go parasailing and jet ski and do all those kinds of fun water sports, I would say you're probably going to have to go off of Longboat Key and head over to Bradenton Beach or maybe head over to Lido where you can get those kind of recreational activities. Okay, let's talk about golf. A lot of people come to Sarasota because they love to golf, and I will say we have some phenomenal golf courses here. If you are on Siesta Key, you are going to have to leave the key to find golfing. And that's okay. There are some terrific courses, in Sarasota, private courses, public courses, just incredible places to play. If you're on Longboat Key, we have beautiful golf courses right here on Longboat Key. Although they are private access only, they are part of the Longboat Key Club. So you either need a membership to play on those courses or you need to be staying at the Longboat Key Club Resort. So if you need public access to a golf course, then you will have to leave the key in order to find it. But there are tons of great golf courses around. Okay, I would be remiss if I did not talk about real estate since I am a real estate agent. Okay, let's talk about what it's like in terms of housing on both Siesta Key and Longboat Key. Both are really dominated by condominium living. There are high rises, there are low rises, there are townhouses, so really a huge selection of different types of condominiums. There are also many, many single family homes, and they can really range in price from like $800 to like 20 million. So it really is a very big difference. But I will say on Siesta Key, there are many complexes that are, I would say 2 and 3 deep before you get to the beach, and many with less green space than I would say we have over on Longboat Key. On Longboat Key, the condominium communities tend to have a little bit more green space around them, and many of them have either direct access to Sarasota Bay, so you have views of the bay, or beachfront right there on the Gulf, which is amazing. So it's really a little bit of a different feeling, but you can find beautiful homes, condos or single family homes in both locations. I would say in terms of short-term rentals, there are more short-term rentals on Siesta Key. There are more timeshares and hotels and just in general short-term rentals. Do we have them on Longboat Key? Absolutely, but just not quite as many as Siesta Key. Okay, when it comes to population, there are about 6,000 people in season on Siesta Key and about 8,000 people on Longboat Key in season. Now, season generally runs from the holidays in December through the holidays in April, and that's generally when most people come down to experience the really beautiful weather here in Longboat Key and in Siesta Key. So Longboat Key and Siesta Key are approximately the same size. I think Longboat Key is about 12 miles from end to end. It's kind of long and skinny. And Siesta Key also, Barrier Island, long and skinny, but only about 8 miles. So I would say both places are incredible to live and to visit, and I would really urge you to come down and take a look and experience both. So if you have any questions about life in Siesta Key or life in Longboat Key, my name is Judy Mitchell, and I am here to be able to help you. Just give me a call. You can reach me at 941-275-6838, and again, I'm with Premier Sotheby's International Realty, and I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks.